So how do we solve these equations? Well, they're quadratic equations. We've already solved quadratic equations. So A is really just the same thing we've always done. I guess the only difference here is it says in the complex number system. But that's not, that includes the real number system, which we'll see in a second. So A, x squared equals 4. So you got to get rid of the squared. You got to square root both sides. So you get x equals, don't forget, the plus or minus 2. And that's the answer. So is that a complex number? How is that a complex number? What is a complex number? Well, a complex number looks like this. A plus B, I. And is that what our number looks like right now? In a way, yes. Because it's 2 plus 0, I. And that may seem like a cop-out, but a lot of things in math are like that. That's totally legit. That's a complex number. It's just that the imaginary part is I. So it's also a real number. So it's a real number and a complex number. So let's look at B. B is going to be a little bit different because B, when we square root both sides, we get x equals, still have to do the plus or minus. I doesn't change that. We still have the plus or minus. Plus or minus the square root of negative 9. So square root of negative 9, well, the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of the negative is I. So x equals plus or minus 3i. And that's a complex number as well. It's more obvious to see that that's a complex number, but notice how it's got a 0 as well. Its real part is 0. So it's 0 plus 3i and 0 minus 3i. So we just had to square root both sides, and we ended up with complex answers. So that's pretty neat.